Good morning, and Dr. Evette here. I'm trying to create a nice border around my front east bed because the grass always grow up into the bed area. So what I'm doing now is taking the half moon and I'm trenching around the bed, and it's taking me some time because it's exhausting. And so I'm going to put, let me grab it, these pavers down. I was gonna have a mason come and brick it, but if a mason comes and brick it, then they're gonna have to build the brick up at least 2 to 3 high, and then I would have to build the bed up. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna use pavers. I have a sample of the paver here. This is the paver that I'm gonna use. I had this paver over by my vegetable bed, and when I took the rocks up over there, we just have a few of these laying around. But I think it's flat enough to create a border and be flat enough that it doesn't take away from the brickwork that the mason did. And so right now I only have 2, 3, 4, that's 6, about 7 or 8 of them. But that's enough just for me to be able to measure properly and then go to the local hardware store and buy some more. So that's what I'm working on. And once that's done, then today I will fertilize my trees and shrubs so that they can start to get their healthiness going, and then replace all the bushes that are not living or not doing so well. And then this bed will be all set. I just would need for flowers to stay pretty and grow. So if you're on this beginning gardening journey with me, let's go. And I'm out early because it's labor intensive and I don't want to get hot. But I'm also doing it while it is spring, and I'm doing it very slow to not injure my back more than what it's already been injured. But it's cheaper to do some of the work yourself than to hire somebody. I learned from the video, once you let the air pocket get to this part of the dirt, it hardens and then the grass won't grow over there anymore. So I'm hoping that that's true. That once that true air gets to it. And if you look at it, this dirt is kind of sandy. I have a theory. We do live kind of close to the beach, but I can't be sure that this isn't the play sand that the original gardener brought in to mix with dirt, and then I can't be sure that it's not some of the dirt or sand that was brought in by the builder to grade the house. But whatever it is, it's not good dirt, and it doesn't allow things to grow beautifully like I think it should. But just got my opinion about some things. I've got to watch these sprinkler heads. So I just skipped over, but that's where a sprinkler head is. Otherwise, I would have to get a dig so that I don't cut anything, because this is considered hand digging. I want to bring you in a little bit closer so you can see the flat dirt area that it's making. Okay, let me pull back some dirt for you to see. But there's a flat edge that it's creating where I'm going down with the half moon and I'm smoothing it out. But I heard this should get real hard and not die, but get, I can't remember what the landscaper said. He didn't say oxidation, but it helps it harden because of the wind and air getting to it. So hopefully that's true. And then grass won't continue to grow into my bed. And then of course, when I get the pavers down, it's gonna help the grass stay on one side of the paver. Wish that I could do brick, but I just can't right now. Okay, keep watching. Ooh, child. I'm almost there. And you're talking about labor intensive. Well, I start over there. I don't know how many. I'm going to add up how many feet this is because it is wearing me out. And I am going every so few inches and take a break. But this little device right here, this Viscars edger, is the truth. It's creating a nice edge, and I'm happy with it. It's easier when there's not so much special grass around. It's a little easier to break through, and the grass is kind of still a little, look at that. The grass is still a little soft. I'm always outside doing something, and I really hate to be dirty. Got my jacket dirty, but I'm gonna come in closer for you to see all this sand. It's very sandy. Look at that sand, and some of it I do know that it's play sand because it's two different colors. And this is the edge that I'm hoping gets really, really hard. And it's two different colors. Like this is, oh, dark versus light. Well, peanut butter versus taupe. No, taupe versus sandstone. Yeah. See the grass, you can really see how the grass grows into the bed. And that's just the problem with this. It should help the grass that was growing, trying to grow that way, die. And I'm going to get as much of it pulled up as I can so that it doesn't just take up life on the other side, like this right here. I'm going to get this out of here. Okay, you can see what I've done. I've got the edges all dug out, and we've moved that dirt over into the field so that grass can grow in some of the patches over that way. And then I had these around from my raised beds when I had gravel between them. And so these were the leftover pavers. And so this is what I'm going to use. But what we're going to do is fill in this little trench with some quick dry cement so that when it rains, it doesn't become a little river of living water, a little valley right there. So we're going to fill that in with some quick concrete and then sit these right on top of it like we got it. But that was just my example to see if this was going to look good up against our brick. And it looks fine. The whole idea is that I'm not going to build up my garden bed, but it will keep me from having to pull so many weeds from the grass growing into the bed. But it also will hide the fact that I need new mulch. I just don't want to buy new mulch. So what I'm going to do is year and year let this mulch die out and then eventually put brown in there so that it just looks like dirt. And then do the same thing I'm doing this year. Instead of buying new mulch, you can see I've already done that back there. I'm just going to disturb the current the current mulch that's there and make it come back to its black color by flipping it. And eventually, I want it to be brown, but until it's just so bad, I'm not going to continue to pile up mulch every year. I'm just going to flip it. Added these rocks yesterday, added more rocks there, and then even back here, I added more rock. I'll go a little closer. I brought the small water feature from the backyard to the front. Gonna get that turned on for spring. Add a few more little planted flowers by it, and then hopefully that is my front. Let me go a little closer so you can see what we did back here in this garden area. Okay, so I moved my boot from the back by the other water feature. And put it up front, and then I added this from the back water feature. I'm going to buy a nice big one this year for real. I just got to get over there and figure out how I'm going to get it because they don't really deliver. And then we added this back row of river rocks because of the mulch being back there. It started to get green and things started to try to grow up the brick, and I didn't want that to happen. So we left the landscaping paper and filled that in with river rock. Just so that the mulch wouldn't have green stuff growing up my brick. I may do the same thing over here, but right now there's nothing growing up, so it's fine. And then I just disturbed the mulch so that it would look nice and dark over here. I haven't finished disturbing it. I did it by hand, but I'm gonna go get a rake and do that. And then eventually, I think I'm gonna get some boxwoods to go right here. Although I love those, they bloom with pink flowers, but I think our cousin sprays something on the corn or something that made these bushes not live. And they look like they're coming back, so I'm hopeful, but if they don't, then I will trade those out with boxwood because I heard that boxwoods are durable. And then look at my lilies trying their best. These are old lily bulbs that I planted just to see if they would produce a lily, and they did. These are not new bulbs. They're recycled bulbs from my raised beds last year. So they're doing pretty good. They should be open tomorrow. Okay, let's go take a look at the front garden bed where the lilies opened overnight. Thanks for watching. Yes, I am going to watch my lilies every day, and that is the point. I love flowers, and they're beautiful, and I am going to come and visit them every day because they look so good, and they smell good too. So overnight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lilies open. 10 lilies open. And so I'm excited about it. And it looks like this lily right here had little babies that come with it. I don't know what type it was. It was in the bag with all the rest of them. But it looks like it produces where it has little babies that sprout out the side. Cute, cute. So I'm excited about it. This is what I wanted to see. Maybe I'll take, no, I don't want to take them inside. I would love to have some inside, but then I'd have to cut it to take it inside. So I'm gonna leave it. Maybe I'll produce a bed next year for cut flowers so I can take them inside. But right now, I'm gonna leave them. Thanks for watching.